Zafir Publishing presents Villa of Secrets, written by Patricia Wilson and read by Lucy Paterson. Pandora's Box. Hope is the only good spirit left in the box swiftly closed by Pandora. Trust, a mighty value, has gone. Restraint tramples flora and fauna. The Graces quickly abandoned us all, while vanity makes us much poorer. Nevertheless, we have hope, my friend, thanks to the deft hand of Pandora. Chapter 1. Rhodes, Greece, present day. Naomi shut the heavy door and slipped through a crumbling archway that spanned the street. She stood for a moment, eyes closed, and face turned to the sun. Perhaps she shouldn't leave her grandmother alone, but Bubba was sleeping, and Naomi, desperate for some fresh air, would return in 20 minutes. She tossed her dark hair back and power-walked along the village side road, pumping her arms and heading for the beach. Wild ox-eye daisies poking from cracked curbstones nodded in welcome as she rushed by. Sandstone walls lined her way, time-worn, dull and dusty. Pastel masonry broken by startling blocks of colour. Her neighbours' courtyard doors, blue, mauve, turquoise, crimson and green. A motley assortment of pots pinched the road into pedestrian narrowness. The containers housed a riotous collection of flowers, salmon geraniums, cerise dahlias, and top-heavy Easter lilies that exuded an exotic perfume. Vermilion bougainvillea, vivid and impenetrable, reached over a high stone wall halfway down the street, providing a much-needed patch of shade across scorching cobbles. Nearer the beach, a web of familiar smells surrounded Naomi. She inhaled the scent of summer and the sea, and childhood scenes with their inseparable perfumes rushed into her mind. She recalled piles of yellow net on the seawall, drying in the noon sun. The cement wharf was spattered with translucent fish scales, glinting harlequin sequins in the harsh light. Weather-worn canvas sails that had scooped endless journeys out of the wind ended their days hanging heavy and exhausted over harbour railings. On her arms, briny crystals sparkled like carnival face paint. When she licked the prickling salt off her skin, she tasted pure Mediterranean and longed to dive into the sea. When she was 5 years old, Naomi helped to scrub sacks of blue-black mussels with her mother on the deck of her father's boat, inspecting each one carefully before dropping it into the bucket. Side by side, content and silent, her parents exchanged wide smiles, which only now Naomi realized were full of pride. She recalled leaping off the pier with her school friends, bombing the water, howling with laughter when they broke the surface. Rowdy birds had screamed and jostled behind her father's laden boat on its return to port each morning. Before school, Naomi would race along the shore parallel to the vessel, waving and calling, "Papa! Papa!" over the sea. On the beach, a row of weathered men with their arsenal of long fishing rods laughed and encouraged her. "Run, Naomi, run!" Papa would sound the foghorn in her honour and wave back. 10 treasured years of love and laughter with her parents. Then Rebecca was born, and everything changed. Naomi loved the sea, its sounds and its basic salty shape-shifting aroma, despite all it had taken from her. She found the beach empty apart from a lone fisherman who sat on an upturned bucket and stared out over the Mediterranean. Naomi had seen him there before, clean-shaven, weathered face, well-worn, expensive clothes. She returned his nod as she passed. Smooth grey stones, spliced by veins of white marble, clacked and slipped underfoot. She hurried towards a ribbon of wet sand, skirting the waterline. In the distance,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?